Alright, welcome back, and yes, I'm here, Babael here. It's the semi-finals of Lemniscate Derikku. A little bit of a background story here. Lemniscate is the only Filipino player that's gonna be in this playoffs here up against Derikku. It's a 0-0 game so far, and looking to be a best of 5 series, which means that everyone's gonna have to knock out the complete list here of the opponent's deck before it can be considered a victory. And yeah, we're looking at this series. Like I said before, this stream, it's a bit of a solo cast, and there are Win Sushi vs Career happening on the separate stream as well. If you want to go there, you can always type !live. Live. Locke's doing a bit of a solo cast. We're gonna have this game well on the way real soon. I know there has been a bit of a delay, but that's because of the maintenance that's been ongoing. So seek your forgiveness for that. And as I said before, because I cannot type and talk at the same time, I'm always having a problem. I hope you guys can help me here by providing a little bit of understanding there. But yeah, generally Derikku, man. Derikku has been from the group stage. I do believe that he's from Group E. Group E has not been particularly very significant to me, simply because it's one of those groups that I know happened before, and that's that. Nothing too big about Group E. There's no one there that's too strong or something that's too fantastically done. Derikku has generally been a very quiet player as well, and that's some of the main reasons why today I believe we should have a bit of a surprise here. And in fact, Yamafuda losing to Derikku, man, I'm just completely amused by that there. Because Yamafuda I thought was a lot stronger a player than Derikku. Derikku has just been a kind of the player that's just very supportive and beat by the side and everything else. He is just that kind of a player. He's been telling me that he's okay with the rescheduling, etc. Very, very good, supportive kind of player here. So yeah, that's it. We have a game between that and Lemniscate. Lemniscate from Group H is one hell of a player. He has been very much popular because of the fact that he runs a Grommash Hellscream, and that's one hell of a Grommash deck. He has a Control Warrior. May not be a very original kind of version of Control Warrior, but still it is a Control Warrior that's very successful so far, and I'll give him that. So yeah, there we go. First game here, we have the Hunter from Derikku up against Lemniscate's very own Warrior there. So it's a very clean aggro versus aggro kind of a thing. But of course, this Warrior to Derikku, I think he did his research. I'm gonna just say that he should be prepared that this is a Control Warrior instead of the aggro Warrior that he is expecting to face right now. So yeah, looking into the hands here of Derikku, very good, easy starting hand for the aggro Warrior. Looking to be pretty okay. Back on the flip side here for the Warrior, looking to just provide a bit of presence to Ysera and Gohao, completely useless in this early stage here, so he doesn't have the good starting hand as Derikku for sure. But well, he equipped the weapon, so weapon's definitely gonna be a good answer there. And I realized the thing about Lemniscate's Warrior is that he always uses the Crew Taskmaster to deal damage to minions across the board, which is a very good way to play this battle cry effect. It could be used something like a Elven Archer, the 1/1 drop there that just basically goes all the way down and very easily making sure that the opponent dies. But yeah, so that's the way that he's gonna roll this out here. But against an aggro Hunter, he needs to be very careful because he doesn't have much taunts, and if I don't recall wrongly, Larkin mentioned this before in yesterday's stream that Lemniscate's Warrior doesn't really run any taunt. And that's a big weakness there. Now that it's an open secret, everyone knows there's no taunt in this. The aggro deck's gonna be the size up here, which is why I think Derikku is playing the aggro Hunter straight up, because he knows for sure that that's one of the many possibilities that could happen there. But yeah, so we have a Hunter that doesn't need to bypass a taunt, and based on yesterday's games against Yamafuda, I can tell that Derikku is one of those players that really just does very well in terms of playing the meta game. And I say the meta, I don't mean by just in a particular in-game details. I mean by going with a little bit more in depth into what decks your opponent is going to choose, playing a bit of psychology there, and that's why it's very good. It helped him a lot. So yeah, that's Derikku for you guys there. And we have a Lemniscate game here, and he is after all the star player from Philippines. Very much, like I said, iconified by the Grommash Hellscream. So that's one of the strongest card I think in his deck right there. But look at Derikku, man, just bringing the aggro down all the way. Lemniscate itself is just at about 17. There's a lot of cards in hand right now. He's got double weapon equipped, but he hasn't really found the opportunity to use them just yet. And this is not an aggro Warrior, so you don't go swinging those X in the face of the Rexa there. It's just not gonna work out. But I guess since there is no much of a minion coming from this hunter, Lemniscate's gonna have to swing that X that way eventually, since he already got a replacement Fairy War X. Doesn't make sense for him to not do that there. But yeah, down to about 19 life. It's one hell of a deck play here coming in from Derikku. Derikku's hunter deck. Let me just do a bit of research here. I believe his hunter deck does run a Leroy Jenkins. This is in fact, I believe, a very nice variation of the hunter aggro UTH combo. Yeah, with Leroy Jenkins, there's a shit ton of charge in this one here. You just don't want to mess with it as much as possible. But the bad news about this deck is that it runs out of steam fairly quickly. But he has been having the best amount of cards so far in terms of top decking almost everything. Misdirections, Explosive Trap as well, and even the Hunter's Mark. All of this helps with bringing the aggro across the board here, just to make sure that Lemniscate does a bit of the wrath coming in from Rexa. And Lemniscate's having, you know, trouble. He does have Cleave, which is a good board control card in general that you can always roll out there. You know, reliable, deals sufficient damage, but the bad news is that it takes 2 from the Leopard Gnome, and it's just down to about 12 right now. So if there is a UTH plus a Leroy Jenkins, Lemniscate might be in a lot of trouble. Of course, we know that none of those cards are currently in the hand of Derikku, and the replacement Fiery War X is going to come out here. I don't think Derikku runs any Acidic Swamp Ooze, and I think it's pretty obvious that this is a very aggressive deck that doesn't need to bother about the opponent's weapons. So yeah. Yep, there we go. Unleash the Hound comes out here quickly for Derikku, and he doesn't have the Timberwolf yet, and there are not many minions on the board. Misdirection would be the play here for me as well, because generally you want to make sure that the Crow Taskmaster will redirect the damage to the face of the warrior, making him just effectively down to about 10 health. And yeah, I would actually swing the Eagle Hornbow in the direction of the well, the warrior there. And I mean, Lemniscate knows this for sure. This is a Hunter deck. He has played with Hunter, I mean, just way too many times, and you know you cannot afford to have too many minions on the board. The best way to go about this against a Hunter really is to not play minions and to just go with a lot more shield, armor up, armor up, make that the name of this game, and let that be the case. So yeah. Now back to the hand of Derikku with tracking here. Fantastic card. What does he get? He needs a Leroy Jenkins or maybe even the Timberwolf. Starving Buzzard. Well, the thing about this Starving Buzzard is that I personally play UTH quite a fair bit, but I don't run Starving Buzzard in my decks because it's a hell of a card, and yeah, I know it gives you card draw as well, but generally you just want to bring the game to your opponent, and that's why I don't run that. It doesn't mean that it's a bad card or anything, but it's just that I think that, you know, you must be thinking your opponent must be too naive to play too many minions. So Starving Buzzard UTH combo normally doesn't really pay out there. Here comes Acolyte of Pain, and it could be, you must be really careful right now, because for Lemniscate, you know, when you play so many minions on the board, it may not necessarily look very good for him. And he's in fact gonna go with the Armor Smith. Wow, this is actually bad. Now if only Derikku went with the Timberwolf just now, he would have been able to deal 6 plus 9, and that's sorry, 6 plus 3, that's 9 damage plus 2 from the hand. Maybe even that's one hell of a great deal of damage. But he's gonna use the Armor Smith and quickly Whirlwind just to make sure he kills his Acolyte Pain, draws the card he wants, and stay very safe. With only 2 minutes on the board, not that much of a trouble right now. So Lemniscate is playing this very wisely and smart. That's what we love to see here. Yeah, back to this game here. So we have the Armor Smith, and like I said before, Lemniscate doing very good work there. He has got shield block. I'm looking forward to him playing that card next turn. He needs to make sure he gets the shield up on this one. And Derikku on the flip side, yeah, I think he doesn't have the patience right now. He definitely is gonna run the UTH Starving Buzzer combo. Maybe the silence on the Armor Smith, floating Armor Smith. It's just always in the air. But look at that double UTH combo. That's gonna be insane. That's 4 cards for Derikku. And Lemniscate's odds just suddenly dropped so sharply. So that's something that I want to point out right now about it. And there we go. Only the first UTH gonna be coming into play here. The second one not gonna proc for some reason. The secret is still there. I do believe that's misdirection. It's been hanging there for a really long time. That's one of the main reasons why the X wasn't swinged, or rather the Gohanbo wasn't used there. But he does have a second one, and I would definitely want to play that there. Just gonna use the hero power, steady shot to deal 2 damage to Lemniscate. Lemniscate down to only 8 health right now. Very risky play. He's got shield block. He definitely is looking to play that there. Shoe slam as well. That's one hell of a good card. But he doesn't really have a target in this instance here. Gets the inner rage. That's okay. He wants the Grommash Hellscream. All he needs right now is just Grommash, equip Gorhow, whack face, whack for Grommash. Grommash comes out, ends the game. Lemniscate can win this very nicely. But does he have the ability to do that? So yeah, it's looking to be a bit grim for Lemniscate. Inner Rage gonna be used here to kill off one doggy. Doggy is down. 3-2-X in hand. Does it bring it to the face of the Hunter? That's the question. Misdirection, I think it procs as well. And he's not gonna do that. It's gonna clear the board. That's a very safe play. But not very happy that Armorsmith is silenced here. You know, it's only 20 health. It's very achievable for this standard warrior deck. He needs to get more armor up first. He needs to make sure he's within safe range before he plays the aggro cards like Sarah, like Sylvanas Windrunner. Kill command comes out. That's a possibility there for Derikku. He's just thinking about it. It does let go at the very end of the day, so it should be fine. UTH not gonna be used. By the way, guys, this is just game 1. In case you're wondering, just coming to the stream here. Derikku Lemniscate, best of 5 series. Winner will go to the winners bracket finals. Loser will go down to the losers bracket, home of the losers there. And that's where a lot of the other players gonna be. And this is just double elimination format. They are all not by any means losers, but they just lost the game, that's why they're there. It's called losers bracket for that particular reason. But yeah, Lemniscate is really having a hard time in this game because this is an aggro hunter that doesn't seem to run out of steam just yet. He's got like 5 cards in hand, playing it very slowly right now, turn 10. Normally you don't see the hunter slow down so much so late into this game, but he knows his objective is somewhat already accomplished here. He's gonna use the Armorsmith to proc the misdirection, which is perfect. That's gonna rob him of his last armor there, but that's no problem. There's just Sarah there. He's definitely gonna be able to just boost his own health back to about 15, and that should be the direction he should be looking to take. If he gets too greedy and makes the Rexa's health down to just about 15, I don't see how that's gonna really tremendously benefit him. Not yet, because he doesn't have any OTK next turn. That's why it's not gonna help him so much. Of course, he can look into Gorhow, and next turn looking into picking up this game here, which would actually still somehow work. In fact, yeah, if you look at the hand of Derikku, there's nothing to really do to come back from that. But playing it safe, you're gonna have to play it safe. Remember, the objective here of Lemniscate's angry Grommash or Garrosh, whatever it is, it's really to just control the opponent. Anima Companion comes out. This could be bad. That's maximum. It can be the Wild Boar. Is it gonna be the Wild Boar? That's the question. No, it's Leok. Okay, Leok is completely useless at this point in time. So yeah, I guess seems like we're gonna be able to just reduce the health of the Extraza to 1. Explosive Track comes out as well. So I'm glad he actually didn't burst down Derikku's health to just about 15. That would have been really insane. So Explosive Trap should be able to kill Alexstrasza there. 10 health, Lemniscate is in a very, very bad shape. There's a lot of things he needs to think about right now. Double execute in his hand. Not enough for any kind of a damage there as well. Alexstrasza probably is gonna die. There's nothing that could save Alexstrasza right now. Not from the way I see it. effectively. I do believe Derikku has lethal next turn. That's 5, 6, 7 damage, plus 2 from Leok, plus weapon hand. Yep, Derikku has lethal next turn. So what does Lemniscate do? That's the question. You can pick off Leok, but there's still gonna be UTH Beast coming out. That's gonna deal 5 damage, or 6 if you consider the Beast, plus the BC Sergeant, that's gonna be 8, plus 3 in hand, that's gonna deal 11 damage. Lemniscate is in a lot of trouble. He's in a deep pool of trouble right now. If you look at it, the only real positive way of him coming back is, yeah, to execute that would be okay. But with the extra armor, 12 health, I would say for sure that he should generally be safe, unless Derikku top decks a Leroy Jenkins, and that's gonna be hell. He's counting, man. Derikku's counting. He's like hovering over the cards there. UTH is gonna deal like what, total of 6 damage with the kill command. 8, 11, not enough. But wait, he does have hero power, so yeah, it's enough. This is game, guys. Seems like the warrior finally gets defeated in this streak here, and Derikku's hunter is gonna have a better of moment. Oh man, what a regret it is. It's just completely bad. Yeah, Lemniscate. His warrior goes down. Derikku wins the first game of that series, and looking at just a very easy hunter 1-0 victory there. The warrior is addressed. Lemniscate is without his most trusted lieutenant there. It's like, it's gonna be a nightmare henceforth. Man, oh man. A little bit of recap in the previous game. I would say for sure that that wasn't what was intended coming from Lemniscate. I would definitely give Derikku the credit. He played fantastic hunter. He knows when to slow down the tempo when needed. The question now is, if the warrior cannot control the hunter, what else can? And plus, Derikku has got 2 extra control decks in his hand. That's the shaman, that's the druid, and that's also the same classes Lemniscate's gonna bring to the table here. So man, that's gonna be a hell of a hard match for Lemniscate to climb back from. But that's it, guys. We're gonna have a second game up real soon. Just gonna cross out the warrior first. The hunter will have ability to come back a little bit more, so I'm not too worried about that. And that's it. We are gonna start this next game here. It's a little bit of a spike in terms of latency because I'm streaming like 3 games at the same time, and I'm recording both, but I guess they're kind of screwed up as well, so gonna have to give it up to that. Unfortunate maintenance is unfortunate, but yeah, you know, stuff like that happens. Gonna have to just adapt accordingly. But yeah, Derikku is gonna have the ability to keep his hunter deck, and Lemniscate's gonna be down to using his druid deck. So it's gonna be the control druid. Checking through the deck list of Lemniscate's druid right now, I see a lot of big threats. Of course, cannot really disclose much of anything here, but I would say for sure that it's, yeah, it's one hell of a interesting deck here. It's not the standard druid that you expect, so don't expect the cards like your standard, you know, runner, ancient watcher, that kind of stuff. No, it's not those kind of a deck. It's just very different druid deck. He picks up a Nat Pagel. That's definitely a value play there, but unfortunately it's gonna die because of the coin double Epinome that Derikku happened to draw. What are the odds of picking double Epinome? That was just insane there. One hell of a match. So Rob's gonna be used. He's gonna kill 1, draws extra card. Wow, he draws 1 hell of a big card there. Now it's gonna be back to Derikku's side. Derikku runs the steady shot. I mean, I would play the Bluegill Torpedo here because that's extra minion on board. Yeah, I know it can die to the hero power very easily, but I'm not gonna be very worried about that because stuff like Innervate is gonna be used, and Bear Form, yeah, so extra minion can actually help to deal some damage to this bear here. One of the main reasons that Lemniscate's warrior kind of failed there is because His warrior don't have much of a taunt, and in that very poor situation, the hunter will have really just free roam. Yeah, but it's okay. Here comes the blue gill. It should effectively deal 2 damage to pick up the innervated. I don't know. We can call that if that even is such a word. To pick up the bear form of Druid of Claw. What a big bear it is. Still good to die to a tadpole. Derikku on the flip side has a little bit of a trouble fighting through the taunt there. And that is what was lacking in War Machine Rocks, or rather there's the name of Lemniscate's war deck. But it's fine, you know, it's not a big deal. Here comes the Claw. Sorry, it wasn't Claw, it was just Hero Power. He actually just Hero Power and turn there, so that says a lot about this current situation. He's just waiting for Piggle to do his work, man. Come on, goddammit, Piggle, just wake up already. But Derikku is gonna have a Starving Buzzard. Oh, this is actually a bit of a tough shot to choose from. Generally, he's not in an optimum position to go for extra rush. Going for the Wolf Rider, yeah, I mean going for Starving Buzzard would be wrong. Tracking again, it means that you completely lost. I guess the Wolf Rider is one of the better choices there, because it does provide 3 damage, 1 minion on board as well. He's not gonna play that, just gonna play his weapon. That's fine, he's got double secrets in hand. He's looking to milk on this extra charges for his Eagle Hornbow, which is fine. Claw's gonna come into effect here with the Hero Power. That's gonna deal 3 damage, and I guess the Hunter's gonna bleed a bit for once here in this game, in his second game between Derikku and Lemniscate. Lemniscate from the Philippines, a very strong player. In fact, he is, after all, the second top voted guy to win this Season 1, Cycle 1 playoffs. Derikku, on the other hand, hasn't got a single vote here. If I'm not wrong, just type ! vote in the Twitch channel right now, and you will have the opportunity to vote once for who you think is gonna win. There comes the Wolf Rider, very nice and trusty. Misdirection would be a complete misplay here. I would go for Explosive Trap, but even then it's not gonna do much of anything. It's probably gonna get proc there. Yeah, the only good news is that you can after that swing either the weapon or the true one into an Epical, which is just basically sitting down there. And I'm kind of appalled that Derikku is not, you know, just addressing this Epical yet. I'm guessing he's gonna be looking to do that in this particular turn. But here comes the swipe, the value swipe, of course. It's gonna kill the 3-1 very easily, deals extra 4 damage there on the Hunter. But already you can see the pressure getting Lemniscate again. Himself is just down to about 17 right now, including armor. So back to Derikku's hand. Derikku picks up UTH. Not a very good card in this particular situation here. He's actually already lost a bit of blood there. He needs to go to the nearest blood bank again. But here comes the Bluegill Torpedo. I mean, he can pick up Napigal here. Just 2 plus 3 damage is gonna be 5. But nope, he's not gonna whiff the charge. He's just... I don't know what he wants, man. Lemniscate's not gonna play any big minions. We should all be very clear about that. Not yet. In fact, what Lemniscate needs right now is a turn 7, 14 damage plus 2, 16 damage is not enough to win him this game yet. Actually, all he needs is just 1 minion on the board, and he could effectively look to win this game. He can Moonfire the Tadpole, Hero Power, which is perfect. He does have Innervate, which means that he can definitely use this combo next turn. This Deadly combo that deals for 14 damage. If he, does he have enough for Hero Power? That's 8. No, he doesn't have enough Hero Power, so yeah. That's not gonna be enough, so that's 14 damage plus 4 is 18 plus 2 is 20. It's still 1 damage shy of knocking off Derikku in the second game. But he got to be very careful. The more minion he places on the board, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble there, and he doesn't know exactly what kind of secret Derikku is gonna be playing. So if he goes and opt for the Granddad, Force of Nature, those trees are gonna get burned alive. And I'm not even joking here. It's gonna be Armageddon all over again. Lemniscate takes 2 damage from the Hero Power. It's okay. Derikku again is counting lethal here. I can see the mouse doing a little bit of a shiver there. It's just doing the math on the board. He can effectively deal 9 plus 3 next turn. Yeah, it's lethal again next turn. And I know that's unfair, but that's just the way this game is. So what Lemniscate can do right now is to opt for Scenarios. Scenarios is good for a wide variety of reasons. He can innervate into Scenarios because Scenarios can provide 2 taunts. If he thinks that his health is too low, he needs to play that, go for the play. That's gonna be misdirection. I would rather it ends up on Pickle. Actually, yeah. If it hits the face, it's gonna be a lot more trouble. He needs to play Scenarios. There is no two hoots about this. Now, if he goes Savage Nature, Savage Nature as in Savage Raw Force of Nature combo, that's gonna be 14, 15, 16 plus 4. Yeah, there we go. Innervate Scenarios. There we go. The taunt's gonna come out. But of course, we all know for sure Derikku's gonna play the Explosive Trap. And with that, in fact, Unleash the Hound might actually come out here. But the taunt, that's gonna be 5 damage. They can pick off 1 tree. Knock on that there. 2 of the dogs address 1, the other 3 dogs go for face kill command, that's only 5. He does not have lethal anyway, but oh, he's got double Unleash the Hound, that's 1 hell of a combo. Wow, he might actually have enough here. Let me just count again, that's like 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, that's another 5, 5, 6, 6, 3, 9. Yeah, he's got lethal. That's very unlucky. That's what a top deck it is, man. Derikku again is gonna win this Hunter nice and cheesily. Aggro decks, man. The aggro deck is in this for the win. But unfortunately, the minions do die. So he's gonna be left with 3. He's going for phase 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be 9, 9 plus another 3. 6 plus weapon in hand and the kill command. Yep, I guess it's still lethal. Come on, you basically won this game already. And that is 1 hell of a disappointment there. And it's not to discredit Lemniscate or anything really. But no, wait, he actually opted for hero power. And he didn't use his weapon, did he? No, I don't see him using his weapon. So actually, did he just miss lethal? Because if it did, he's dead, you know. He's completely dead. No, you do not play Force of Nature first. You go with dealing 2 damage because it could be an Explosive Trap. Alright, this is a complete mistake. A complete mistake. Lemniscate could have won this game here. But oh my god, when the fire comes out, it's gonna burn so bad. What a mistake it is. He could have won that game there. That's like 4, 8, 12, 12 plus 2. Oh god, no. He could have dealt extra 6 damage and win this game, but what a misplay by Lemniscate. And he calls it quit. There we go. It's, oh god. Both of them made a mistake. It is still Derikku's win, I know, but Derikku could have won a little bit better if he played the lethal that turn. By lethal, I mean dealing the extra 3 damage from the Unleash the Hound, going for the big ass combo on the well, he does have 3 mana. It's after the hero power that he doesn't have that, and he didn't swing his weapon also. But yeah, it's 0-2 already, man. Derikku. And Lemniscate, that was pretty obvious there. Running the mistake. You're generally gonna use, I mean, steps for clearing the secrets of an opponent. Basics 101 is to use the minions that are already existing on the board to deal a little bit of damage. You can either, if it's a hunter, you gotta decide what are the chances of snake trap and what are the chances of explosive trap. It's only these 2, or misdirection, it's those 3. So use the smallest minion possible to attack the face or attack a minion. If you think it's explosive trap and your minions will die, go for minions first. If you think that it's you know, there's a chance it's a snake trap, then just go for face. And if nothing procs, then yeah, you can play your minions. Those are the basics there of you know, basics 101 of playing against secrets. You basically use whatever that are on the board first. You don't play new stuff, but only when the new stuff only when the stuff on the board doesn't proc anything, then you get scared. And generally, I play hunters so much that I know how to deal with them, but I'm not very absolutely confident in dealing with secrets against mage because they got counter spells, stuff like that, and someone just throws a curveball at you and you're like completely confused. So Lemniscate, man, he could have won that game there, but man, it was just the chills there completely. Meanwhile, a little bit of side news here. Trinity has already won Boyangi. And that's a 3-0 victory. one deck completely took care of Boyang. I guess Budget King's not gonna have any longer stay here in the winner's bracket. It's gonna be down to loser's bracket, but that's still not over for him. You know, he can still have a nice shot at his eHL Season 1 Cycle 1, standing to win some pretty good money, 165 Sing dollars if I'm not wrong. But yeah, it's the grand prize pool there, of course. So now we have a 2-0 victory here for Derikku. Same hunter, Lemniscate, man. I guess he just confused, made mistakes, and yeah, this is a prime example of how when you're in the hot seat, you know, back and where we are watching these games in God mood, we all think that, you know, we could have done a lot better. But there are just those times that you're like, oh god. And they are just those times that you wonder how bad the situation can be and stuff like that. But when you're in the box there, man, it's a different story, man. Let me just tell you that. Alright, here comes the Rock Fighter on the Shaman, so no worries, game 3, it could be the possibility of a complete reversal coming in here. Lemniscate's a Shaman deck. It's gonna use a Rock Fighter to clear off the Bluegill Torpedo. Bluegill Torpedo goes down, 0-4 Net Piggle picks up something very nice and decisive. That's the Fire Elemental, by the way. Derikku now will have the opportunity to play something, and I believe it's gonna be an Animal Companion. That's okay. The Animal Companion can't pick up Net Pickle here. Oh wow, it's the boar, yeah. So, great. What is deciding, man? Does he go for phase? Are there the chances of Pharaoh Spirit? Yeah, but he's just gonna kill that. So, unfortunately enough, for Lemniscate, the Pharaoh Spirit will not protect Net Pickle here. Completely insane. But now there is an Eagle Horn bow that could be used as well, I believe. It's gonna just use the tracking gear. He gets a choice between Wolf Rider, Lepnome, and a kill command. I would say for sure that the Wolf Rider is the pick here. You want to pick up the Pharaoh Spirit. There's nothing else that could, you know, just steal that kind of aggression. Wolf Rider is the name of this game. You're gonna have to play with that. But Eagle Horn bow first, of course. Unfortunately, the boar's gonna die. Piggy Piggy is gonna have to go, and it would be a very nice delicacy on the table after that. But I guess the boar is gonna die. It's a little sad, man. It's a 3 mana charge with 4/2. Very valuable card. But of course we all love Misha a little bit more, just because she's tanky and all, you know. So now back to Derikku's hand. Derikku has pretty good hand here. 5 mana, of course, can play with that a bit. Misdirection will not help him much because that's just a 1/1. He's thinking about using traps here, but I would advise against that. I would just say go with the Wolf Rider, go for face, play the standard face hug rush combo that is just so effective there. So here comes the Lemniscate turn. What's it gonna do? He does have 3 mana as well. He can play the Flimtung Totem, or alternatively just totem up first. I mean, it just kill off the 3/1 because there's value in doing that. So much value that you just cannot ignore. That's a Snake Totem. You can play the Mantai Totem right now. That's gonna be okay. But none of those can deal damage. So even if Explosive Trap or Misdirection comes up, it's just gonna be a complete waste of time. There's only one weapon in the hand of Derikku, unless you top deck something for charge. Okay, Iron Big Owl. That's definitely gonna silence the Mantai Totem. I would play it that way, and I would probably, yeah, I will not even hero power here. I would just hero power, and I will not even swing the axe there. I will try and play the explosive trap in case Lemniscate does something wrong next turn. So those are some thoughts there as well. And meanwhile, Fire Emblem comes out, address the 2-1. That's one hell of a target. And all of a sudden, it seems like Derikku is kind of on the back foot already. The 6-5 is one of those guns that you want to play with misdirection. It probably is going to survive. Here's a thought. If you place misdirection and explosive trap, both are going to proc at the same time. Which means there is the chance of the fire elemental going for face or picking up the mana type totem that's completely silenced. That's a 50-50 chance here. Double secrets, and we all know you cannot play two of the same secrets. Lemniscate's gonna know that. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You don't run snake trap in his hunter deck. It's definitely explosive trap and misdirection, or maybe even snipe. But snipe is something that you used to play in terms of control, and this is an aggro hunter deck, so he counts the possibility of a snipe very, very low. The chances are it's explosive trap or misdirection, or maybe both together, so it's definitely going to be prepared for that. And being prepared for that basically means that you don't buff up a minion to just, again, you know, 101 basics, just use the 6-5, go and attack first. Anything else you play probably is going to die. You don't want to have that situation, but oh god. Okay, now, Doomsday scenario, 85 kills Flame Tongue. That's gonna be one hell of a joke there. Maybe even 85 going for face is not that bad a choice right now. But it's bad, it's still bad. But here comes the explosive trap that's gonna kill nothing. And a misdirection is gonna proc as well at the same time. So what's it gonna proc? Okay, the 2-1. So maybe it's not a bad option, but oh, there goes the Flame Tongue. Yeah, that's the worst case scenario that I just painted, but apparently Lemniscate uses the smallest minion, like I said, which is the basic 3 steps to clearing secrets. And basically, he does that because he knows he wants to clear a secret, that's why I played the Flame Tongue, but Flame Tongue definitely needs to die in that situation. So yeah, it's not that bad. At least he deals 7 damage, that's actually very respectable. And yeah, I take back what I say, that's actually a very good play there. And it's lucky. It's lucky that the Mana Tide didn't run into the goddamn Fire Elemental. That would actually be bad. His Mana would have died there. Actually, that would actually be good for him. At least the Flame Tongue stays alive. But yeah, okay, here comes the deal extra damage here from the Bluegill Torpedo, which just got top decked. Steady Shot comes in, and Mana Tide Totem goes down, and it seems like Hunter's just down to about 20 health right now. Lemniscate having the Lightning Storm is not going to help him anyway right now. What he can do, use the 2-3 to clear the 2-1. Summon Current Blood Hoof plus an extra totem. I think those gonna be the way into this game here. You generally gonna have to go with that flow because that's the highest value play here. The other play he could make here is to go for Doomhammer, which is okay. Doomhammer can pick up the 2-1, but he's gonna take extra damage, and that's not very ideal. Because this hunter is playing aggro, and although the hunter is completely out of steam, he does have 1 extra card left. But you never know when he's gonna play Starving Buzzard and UTH for extra card draw, and suddenly he's back in this game. That's the beauty of running Starving Buzzard, you know. He gives you the opportunity to try and win games that are otherwise a little bit hard to win. But other than that, a genuine hunter is not gonna be running. So he gets a useless Timberwolf right now. Can go for face and deal 5 damage. Looking to do that. Effectively, if Lemniscate doesn't have Taunt, he is gonna die in 2 turns, depending on what Derikku top decks again. It's just looking a little bit grim right now for Lemniscate. A Totemic Call Snake Totem is gonna be what he wants. He needs that. He needs to be careful if Leroy Jenkins comes out next with Abusive Sergeant. It's gonna deal 8 damage, and with the weapon in hand, yeah, it's a Snake Totem, but can Lemniscate avoid the fate of the Leroy Jenkins? It's gonna deal 4 plus 4, 8, 10, 11 damage to Derikku there. And Derikku's gonna be down to about 9. So this is gonna be the top deck situation. Now if Leroy comes out, Derikku wins this game. However, if, no, it's a big if here. If Leroy doesn't come out, Lemniscate will win this game. It's a misdirection. Okay, it's not that bad. Misdirection is bad, I know, but it's not that bad. What he can do, he can pray to God, or whatever's left of God in this particular instance here, play misdirection, hero power, and just enter. You know why I say that? Because that's... yeah, I also can throw the minions on the board there, but I guess he's probably gonna die. Because Lemniscate learned from the lesson already. He's gonna use the smallest minion, probably just proc the there, and there's no way the 4 is gonna pick up the kill, so yeah. Rock Biter comes out. Okay, that's game. That's just so game. There's no way Lemniscate's gonna be able to lose this game. So we have a 2-1 series here. Yeah, this is the smallest totem again, and it's gonna be able to pick off. Okay, that's in fact a bonus. 2-1 there, guys. Alright, cool story. So yeah, we have a 2-1 situation here. Derikku up, still in this particular score, and yeah, Derikku finally loses the Hunter, and it's the Shaman that's looking to make a comeback here. But the Shaman's gonna have to fight both the Shaman and the Druid. Can it be a 1-on-2 situation? We don't know how that's gonna really work out, but yeah, I'm actually gonna update across this here just so you guys know what decks are already being taken out and what decks are left. So it's a 1 Shaman against a Shaman versus Druid kind of situation. Lemniscate needs to take a breath. He's gonna be back in just about a few minutes while we recap on the previous play, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a real-time update here. We have Trinity winning already against Boyang. Like I said before, that's a 3-0 clean victory there. It's gonna be completely addressed as well. Meanwhile, Win Sushi against Kriya, it's a 2-2. It's down to the wire. So you guys can catch the little bit of a makeshift stream there on the other channel. Just type !live and the channel and the link's just gonna be there. It's a 2-1 situation. Derikku is in a very good spot. Lemniscate not so much. It's just down to the wire. Now if Lemniscate takes a full reverser here, it means that it's gonna be a complete clearance of the other well, opponents along the way, and I will be really pleased at that kind of outcome. Like, not even kidding you, man. The other game of Win Sushi and Kriya must be very intense. It's a little bit regrettable that recording may not actually materialize here, but we'll actually see how that's gonna happen. So we're gonna start game 4, guys, and that's gonna be Lemniscate Derikku Shaman against something we don't know yet. It could be the Shaman, it could be the Druid, but Derikku's gonna be there, and he must be looking at the, I mean, in the more idealistic point of view, he must be judging if his Shaman can win Lemniscate Shaman, and I would say for sure that the chances of that happening is actually pretty low. You'll definitely want to go with the Druid, because I kind of realized that people generally have more faith in the Druid than in the Shaman. So yeah, that's a little bit of a revelation there that I'm just gonna show you guys. But yeah, there we go. So game 4, it is Lemniscate Derikku. Lemniscate gonna take the top half of this board, and it's gonna be the same Shaman. Derikku is gonna be on the downside of this board, and it's gonna be the Druid. So we have a control battle here. The starting hand of Lemniscate is completely shitty. Double Azure Drake, even Alakir Windlord comes in. Here's like what's happening. This is completely bad luck for him. Meanwhile, Derikku's starting hand looking very good. A lot better than Lemniscate. He can look the coin and Harvest Golem out next turn. Or maybe just wait for turn 4. A coin out the Druid of the Claw. But here comes the Snake Totem. So yeah, that Druid's gonna have to deal with that. Hero Power, whack it twice. I don't know. That's just not very significant a problem. But he's actually gonna coin out the Harvest Golem because of the Snake Totem play there, which is okay. It's very powerful early game play there. Finally a minion that he can play before 10-5. The Chewing Yeti, but even then it's not looking very good for Lemniscate already. The tempo is a little bit off. The cards in hand not what he wants. Meanwhile, Derikku just keeps top decking the cards that are good, except for Ysera. Everything there is looking very decent and nice. Harvest Golem can come out. It's very good. Turn 4, he's got a very nice curve right now. You know, like a lady's curve. Can go with the Keeper of the Grove and Druid of the Claw in the next 2 turns. In fact, just Moonfire the Yeti. That is what he could do. Or you can just Moonfire the Healing Totem. You can silence a Healing Totem so that Lemniscate will never summon another Healing Totem. That's one of the best play there. Alternatively, you can just swipe the 4-5 and run both the Harvest Golem into both minions there. That can happen. Just gonna Wrath. Wrath can also help him. 3 damage Wrath, of course. It's just only 2 mana. And he gets extra armor from this particular move here. He can also play the Suntree Protector. But it doesn't buff up the minions, so there may not be much of a point in doing that there. So Healing Totem is in a lot of trouble. Healing Totem goes down. Lemniscate's turn next. Lemniscate is facing a huge trouble in having no Nomad's card to play previously, but now he's got Azure Drake, and he can even double the Azure Drake in a shot while he gets Current Bloodhoof. So suddenly, the curve looking very good for Lemniscate right now, because it's already into the mid-game stage already, mid-range game stage. And Derikku does not have the best of moment there to, you know, try and materialize whatever cards he has in hand. You can silence the 4-4, you can deal 2 damage to Moonfire there and use the Harvest Golem to address the 4-4 there. And spawn a new Harvest Bot. That's gonna be the optimal play here. So that he doesn't lose out much because of the value, but okay, he's actually gonna save up the Harvest Golem. And there's a wide variety of reasons why he decides to do that, because there's the Defender of Argers coming in, and it can definitely buff up the 2-3 into a 3-4. It's very good. The bad news is that because he's already used this Moonfire, he will not have enough for silence on Karn Bloodhoof there. But I mean, it's just Karn, man, right? No one is always too bothered about a big cow. Okay, maybe everyone's bothered by the big cow. Druid of the Claw going to bear form. Nuh-uh, it's probably gonna die to the Fire Elemental next turn. It's a default play here for Lemniscate. Does not even need much of a thinking there. And wow, Derikku playing a little bit aggressively, just lowering the health of Lemniscate a little bit to just about 23 right now. He's got about 7 mana. No Elder Carry yet. I would play the Fire Elemental to burst down the 4-6 with the 4-5 cow. But nope. It's got some better plans. It's gonna hex the bear form Druid of the Claw. I don't really agree with that play. Simply because you've got a minion there with Death Rattle. What if he silences in its turn? It's gonna be completely useless. So running it in there, spawning another 4-5. It's okay. You get extra 6-5 on the board. Napiggle picks up a card. It's fantastic. Flame Tongue Totem. Keep up the Grove. There we go. That's gonna be the silence that he was looking for. That's grim. Well, I guess because he top decked the silence, the current Bloodhoof can still kinda... The play there was actually not that bad. It's definitely a possibility. One of the many reasons is that if he went along with my play, the 6-5 would be on the board right now. In a bit of trouble, where the hero power plus the 2-4 and the 2-3 can kill it, or maybe Innovate Defender Argus can kill it. There's just so many ways that you can fight the control battle here. So the silence goes out on Karn Bloodhoof, probably is in a lot of trouble. And that's just the case there. It's like current Bloodhoof is gonna get silenced. Derikku is not exceptionally in a very good spot, but Lemniscate has got a lot of cards in hand. Might actually burn a bit here. He definitely needs to play something. He's gonna run the Fire Elemental into the Harvest Golem. Battlecry is gonna take its effect. The 4/5 now will not have the ability to spawn another 4/5. The Shaman's play really is to just wait for Rock Biter, Wind Fury, and try and play a bit of a combo there. But Derikku's play is different. He's playing a little bit semi-aggressively, which is okay. 6/5 going for face, that's very good. 2/1 also going for face. So all of a sudden the health pools are a lot closer right now. Now Derikku will have the opportunity to play something here, and I would say swiping is gonna be the way forward here. Unless it kills Snad Pagel, Flame Tongue gets severely damaged, enough to the point that it could probably die to 2/4 or 2/1 even. The 6/1 needs to die, we all know that. The 6/4 needs to die. You can run a Sapphire Protector or Defender of Argus. Defender of Argus is not going to be enough to pick off the 6/4 even if the 6/4 runs into the Keeper of the Grove. Chewing Yeti is going to be played here. Derikku is going to be in a better spot than Lemniscate because of that play. There's your Drake's going to come out here. That's going to be able to give Roy one extra card draw. For Lemniscate, he picks up a Flame Tongue Totem. He plays that, can still do 6 damage, but he's gonna Lightning Storm here. With the extra spell power boost, he should be able to deal enough damage, but doesn't get much of Iron Jesus off. 2/4 is still gonna be a 2/1 on the field right now. And the 4/4 cow is probably not gonna do much of anything as well. I mean, it could go for face, could pick up the 4/2. Yep, it's gonna trade an unfavorable trade there, but at least the 4/4s can be stay alive there. And he is slowly burning out Derikku. Derikku right now just picks a top deck Ancient Watcher. That's fantastic. He can play the Ancient Watcher, he can play Defender of Argus. That's gonna be a 5/6. It's gonna be a hell of a irritating card to pick up. It's almost impossible unless there's a hack, so unless there's like, you know, a Earth Shock, something of the sort. Acidic Somus come out here for Lemniscate. Derikku unfortunately is not a weapon user, it's not going to be very effective. Looking at the hand of Lemniscate, isn't really much of anything that could deal with the 5/6. Now Think Master over Spark can be a play here, but however, it would animate the Ancient Watcher, so you can effectively look to deal some damage. The Blemish Nose is a good card, but there is no spell in the hand of Lemniscate. He's actually in a lot of trouble right now. Derikku is in a very good standing against Lemniscate. What does he do? Does he Think Master over Spark? Does he YOLO strike it up? So those are some points of consideration there. Just give me a minute, man. I just received word that we are gonna be able to crown Kriya the winner of the bracket there, and Wensushi unfortunately is gonna be down to losers bracket. That's one hell of a bad news there. But yeah, Lemniscate, man, he has a 6/5 on the field. That's gonna be addressed at 5/6. Lemniscate's gonna be able to run the Team Must Over Spuck here. Says enough is enough, but it's a Dino Bot. Oh god damn it. That's like 10 damage. Lemniscate's in a very dire situation right now. And that's one of many reasons why it's not the viable of play to, you know, just keep using Team Master over Spuck in plays like this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so you're just gonna have to be prepared for that. Here comes the Fire Elemental 7-1. It's gonna be a pick of at least one of 2, 5, 6 there. That's the one hell of a Dino Bot. At least the taunt's gonna be up here. And the good news about the taunt up there is basically mean that the 5-5 will have to either kill Team Master here or run to the 7-1. Raph comes out, so that's gonna be an easy answer here for Derikku. Ysera was the one that got Dino Bot, if I'm not wrong. You can actually copy the 7-1, but that's not gonna be very effective. Or I can even copy the Mantai Totem to give him a bit more card draw, since he's just very far behind right now. And he can use the Sunfield Protector to nicely protect the run there on the Dino Bot. So those are many, you know, alternatives that Derikku can adopt here, but still, Lemniscate, actually because of the cards in hand he has, I feel that he's got a better advantage here. But he's actually going to copy the Dino Bot. So that's Dino Bot times 2, version 2 coming out here. Nightmare is definitely a possibility, because Sarah only gave one Nightmare, no Dream. He could actually look to die fairly easily as well. There goes the Sun Protected. Just protecting 5-2, hide behind the fake Dino Bot. The real deal, of course, but anyway. It's definitely going to enter here. There's no point in Innovate Hero Power. Is it really going to Innovate Hero Power? I feel that's gonna be a bad play. I don't know. I don't agree with that play there. Yep, I guess he is gonna do that for extra armor. Oh well. So now back to the hand of Lemniscate. He knows that he's practically got his game in the bag right now because of the all-in factor that Derikku just pulled there. Just showed all the cards except for one, and it's kind of easy to tell that that's the card Ysera drew for him. It doesn't know if it's Ysera Awaken, if it's a Laughing Sister, but I played it already with a Sunfield Protector. Yeah, Lava Burst is gonna be an instant cancellation of 5-5 Dino Bot there, and in fact the 2-3 can run into the 5-2, and the Mantai Totem is in a bit of a trouble there, of course, but you can actually also play Alakare. Alakare is not going to help him achieve much of anything as well, because that's a taunt that he definitely needs to bite through. So yep, going for the Lava Burst. The 5-5 goes down. Lemniscate now makes a decision. Does he run the 2-3 into the 5-2? Does he creep the Doom Hammer after that to pick up the 2-3 so that his Mantai can live to see another day? Does he adopt those movements there? Doom Hammer is going to be answer, of course. He can look to pick up the 5-2. Well, at least the... Oh, actually, he's still also going to play that Flame Tongue there. So that's going to be... Oh, he's going to kill his Mantai Totem. Wow, alright. He thinks that it's time to go. Just for a little more firepower. Derikku is going to wait for a little bit of a top deck here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Locke finally gonna be able to join me in this game here, and this is
Hello.
Well, Locke, welcome back, man. So maybe we can run through what happened in your game a little bit later.
Oh yeah, sure.
But now we have a match here, and it's a 2-1 situation. So what happens if Lemniscate loses this is out. So a little bit of update here on my end to you, so you know what's happening. Derikku is at a very good 2-point lead. After this deck, he's got one extra Shaman. But other than that, he actually I don't see how Derikku can fight back here.
Win this?
Yeah. Lemniscate at 18 health, and there's nothing much to be said here because Derikku doesn't have much of any card in his hand. Lemniscate has got a lot of cards in his hand. I know none of them are very good. He's got a shit ton of overload there. So
Yeah, he should just play Acidic. Acidic can even... yeah, I guess he doesn't need to play his Blood Mage Thalanos and just end the turn. Has he used his Rock Biter already?
no,
Do you know?
I do not think so.
Okay, well Nightmare's not gonna help him here. He has to just slowly bite through this taunt. Yeah, Derikku is in a tough space, especially as when you're Druid and you're top decking. It's not the best kind of situation.
I agree, man. It's completely bad for a wide variety of reasons because you need the Savage Nature combo, but it's not gonna come out. Alakara is actually gonna cross the dream here a little bit for him, and yeah, that's like a charge, Wind Fury, double 3 damage, and deals a little bit of extra punch there. You can see, wow, and that's like Doomhammer, also Wind Fury.
Dead.
Everything across the board here for Lemniscate is all Wind Fury, all very angry again. How can he kill Gromish? It's not possible, but anyway, there goes the win there. So it's gonna be a 2-2 victory here, and yeah. Basically, I thought that this game was a little bit obvious who was gonna win at the very end, because there were, well, quite a lot of reasons that I thought that, I personally thought that it was pretty obvious, but I don't know. What do you think actually?
So, wait, so what is the last deck for Derikku to use now?
Shaman Mirror matchup.
Shaman Mirror matchup. Okay. Well, judging from that game just now, I think seems to me like Derikku just didn't get his early game early enough because he got his like Ancient Watcher so late. Didn't have his. I think he just gave too much space to the Shaman to overrun him. Again, we never know what RNG always sometimes works in a favor, sometimes doesn't. And I think in that kind of situation, that was kind of the reason why he lost there. I want to talk a bit about the game that I casted early on.
Yeah, we can.
And that was like, well, okay, let's just talk about it later because we're already in game number 5, I think.
Yeah, it's the 5th and final game between Lemniscate and Derikku. Whoever wins this game will win this series, and more importantly, will advance to the winners bracket finals here. The semifinals between Lemniscate and Derikku. That's one hell of a. This is not really a very intensive, exciting series. It's just more like the Hunter just kind of completely out aggro everything the Lemniscate threw at him, and it's Lemniscate not able to control the Hunter until the Shaman came out. So that was basically the the rundown here, and it's what really happened.
Yeah, both players right now have a really shitty starting hand, but Derikku at least has the taunt, so that's not as bad. The Senjutsu Shield Master. As for Lemniscate, at least he has the Flame Tongue Totem, but that usually just dies to a lot of things. Look at the hand of Derikku. Looking at the hand of Derikku, sorry. He does have the Rock Biter weapon, so you can always get rid of that. He actually gets a Spell Totem. Lemniscate here can't do anything. All he has to do is just Totem and pass.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, it's actually so mirror, man. Both of them having very good cards. The only difference between Derikku and Lemniscate's deck is that Derikku actually runs Earth Elemental, but Lemniscate doesn't.
Yeah, because usually the general consensus is like, if you play an Earth Elemental, you don't really get anything out of it on the turn itself that you play it. It costs 5 mana and it's a 7/8, which is good and all, but it instantly dies to things like the Black Knight. And you usually overload yourself for 3 mana, so the next turn you're pretty much screwed if you don't. I mean, if your Earth Elemental gets easily addressed. So I think that's kind of the reason why Earth Elemental isn't played as much as it used to be. Or usually they just run with 1 Earth Elemental rather than 2. But yeah, in this kind of situation, it seems like gonna Rock Biter, kill off the 0/3. There's really no need to like rethink about the situation. What he could have also done is he could have Lightning Storm there and hope to get the the 50% of the 3 damage there. But it's just too much of a risk.
Yeah, it is a little bit too much of a risk there. So here comes Derikku's side. Well, for sure the Earth Elemental can live to come on in this turn, but that's not definitely going to be a very good play for Derikku even, because there is so many things across the board here that could effectively pick it off, like a I don't know, like Flame Tongue Totem onto the 4/4. I think That's gonna be enough somehow. But here comes the Senjin Shoemaster, so he's actually not gonna commit to the 5 drop there yet.
Yeah, it's too early sometimes. Actually, it's a fine card to play when you have the card advantage. Like say your opponent, okay, turn 5, you have, let's say your opponent has only like 1 or 2 cards left. Most of the time, or maybe even just 1 card, most of the time it's still okay because the worst that can happen is it gets hacked, and if you don't have a board, so at least in the next turn you can still kind of do things. You'll be down by about, I mean you can only totem up, but at least you don't necessarily get drawn back too much, and you use the hex out of the enemy, so that means bigger things like Ragnaros or Ysera and all this kind of jazz can actually come out. But yeah, Lemniscate's in a really good position right now.
He is, and in fact it could be a complete reversal. By the way, the series was going 2-0 in favor of Derikku until the Shaman came out, and Shaman, I can tell, is not Lemniscate's most, you know, I don't know, I from what I'm looking at right now, I don't think that it is his most confident there. But here comes the Bloodmage Talnos and the Lightning Storm. It is gonna kill almost everything. In fact, with the help of the nice little fire totem there, it should actually be able to pick off everything across the board for Lemniscate, so Lemniscate may not be in a very good shape right now.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, his only play here is Azure Drake for card draw. I really don't think he wants to play Nat Peggle or even a Doomhammer and overload himself somewhere. At least turn 7 he can Nat Peggle. I mean not Nat Peggle, sorry, he can Earth Elemental something. Really depends, because you look at the hand of Derikku, he doesn't actually have much minions as well. I think he's gonna overload himself again. Kill off that minion, totem, still no minions, all spells. He gets double spell damage, which is kinda good, but I think he's gonna lose Bloodmage Talons right now to the Earth Elemental.
Yeah, I think he is, and that's oh wow, that's actually gonna be in a hell lot of trouble there. You know, Shock can actually come out here, but there's a lot of spell damage booster there on the side of Derikku. Derikku can actually look to even use the Earth Elemental very soon. There comes the Fire Elemental, gonna pick up Bloodmage Talons, and even wow, it picks up another Fire Elemental, Derikku.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, okay, so Derikku, he can deal with this. He can hex it if he wants to. I think he's really thinking about hexing it. He might even want to just play the... Oh, he's gonna hex it, okay. So no thought at all, just gonna instantly hex it. Next turn he can play his Fire Elemental to instantly kill that taunt. But Lemniscate's hand is still very good. He even gets Cairn Bloodhoof. He can actually Cairn Bloodhoof here and totem up. Or Nat Peggle, yeah, that's fine as well, since he's sitting behind a taunt. And Derikku can't deal with this. Lightning Bolt will help him, so he can Fire Elemental, Lightning Bolt, or he could also just Lightning Storm, but that also doesn't really secure the 100% kill on Nat Peggle, so I think it's a little bit risky, but he's gonna do it anyways. Let's see if he gets the RNG.
Oh, yep,
yes, he does! Wow.
Very nice, yeah. What we can do here is can run the Fire Elemental for sure to pick up the 4-1, and it's gonna come back to 4-5, but that's not much of a trouble because he's hiding behind a Snake Totem. But that's pretty okay for him.
Yep, and he can deal with that very easily. And there's nothing that Lemniscate can do. I mean, he can essentially... I think his only play here is to... Yeah, just play the Chillwind Yeti and Defender Vargas. Unfortunately for him, he still loses his 6-5, but he's actually gonna trade it off right off the bat. Oh, interesting. Instead he's gonna go for face. I don't know about that though. Going for face sometimes seems a bit risky when your shaman has like a lot of minions on the board. Imagine if he ran things like Bloodlust. Yeah, you're pretty much in a bad position. But yeah, here I think his only thing is he's thinking about Ancestral Spirit, his 6-5. But I think he wants to use that for something like an Earth Elemental. And he's going to Lightning Bolt. Or is he gonna Lightning? He's gonna Lightning Bolt a 2-3 so that if he wants to kill off the 4-5, he's going to have to run himself into it. Unfortunately, Little does he know, Lemniscate has another silence.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bumper there for him. Bummer there at least. But yeah, there is a 4-5 there. Lemniscate definitely needs to address it with a silence. Earthshock needs to be used here. It can be picked off after that by the Chillwind Yeti. There is no twist about that. He could also look towards playing Elder Care if he wants to. I don't see how that could be a very bad play. The battle cry from the fire elemental going for face. Wow, that's okay. So he feels like, because he definitely is thinking of shocking the 4-5 here. It's
and
not
then 5-6
the 5-6 can run there. So yeah, the 3 damage can go to face there. It's, no, wow, actually still gonna go for face. Yes, he's thinking about winning this game already, man. There is no doubt about that. As long as the fire element stays alive and he plays Elder Care next turn, it's gonna be such a awesome finisher. Lemniscate with a complete reversal, man. Man, I just never thought I'd see this day.
Yeah, and that's the best totem you can get, because if he gets top deck on what do you call this, fire, the lava burst, he can actually use it on his opponent. Now his Derikku's only option here is to Ancestral Spirit this, run this into the 5-6, it will come back to life. As you can see right here, it becomes a 4-5 with the shield and the taunt. So that's another Ancestral Spirit. I think what he should do is just throw out every single taunt he has right now. Or he could just, actually he can fire Element at 5-2, that's also not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
The problem here is...
I think that
he's dead.
Well, I don't see that he's dead.
No, he's not dead.
He's not dead. I think that he is pretty much still alive. But it's just so close, you know. It's like the piece of meat just dangled in front of you. I'm like, wow, I nearly got this piece of meat, and all of a sudden it just kind of slipped away. A very shitty kind of feeling. What I'll do is I'll play the Feral Spirit and the Mana Tide Totem. I don't mind having a little bit of mana lock next turn, because the mana lock is only 2. You can still play Elder Care if you want to. But the real problem is, what can you do to damage, or rather deal enough damage to the 4-5 there? You can play Doomhammer. Doomhammer is gonna be a pretty interesting play here, to pick up the shield and using the 6-5 to kill it. It's gonna be a 6-1 after that, which means it's not gonna pack any of a punch as well, and that's very bad news for Lemniscate, who thought, I mean, he may actually win his game, but the top deck there actually kind of just messed it up for him. There is also the Ragnaros in the hand of Derikku, and we all gotta pay respect to the Earth Elemental. That 5-drop 7-8 piece is still not on the field yet. There's a lot of defense that Derikku can play here.
Yep. I believe. Whoa, okay, so it's gonna go with Alakir here. Kill that off.
Gonna deal 3 damage.
3-5 to the face. Yeah.
6 damage.
6. Yeah.
6 health left. Okay. Looks to
can
be a
still
legit
kill
play.
him. Yeah, can still kill him if you top deck, say, Lava Burst or Forge Axe.
Unfortunately, I think it's gonna be Earth Elemental play this turn.
Yes, it has to. It has to be. Like,
there is no other thoughts about it, and it's gonna be so hilarious if he runs his Stoneforge Axe into the 6-1, but he will not have the opportunity anyway. The 6-5 is gonna kill Elder Care. It's also not gonna die, but the 6-1 will stay pretty much alive. And
Ancestral
Lemniscate,
Spirit.
yeah, it's gonna have Ancestral Spirit. Yeah, that's 7. So that's fantastic. That's good. So that's double 8 health. That's 16 health. Death Rattle. All he needs right now is Earthshock. He gets acidic swarm moves. That's okay. That's not bad as a weapon in the hand.
Wait, I think he's used 2 Earthshocks already.
He used 2 already. Finished it already. Yeah.
He silenced the taunt totem. Plus he silenced the what's it called? The Sunwalker. Yeah. Lucky he gets a top deck on the ooze. At least he reduces the damage he's gonna take. Taunts will come out. Unfortunately for him, 6-1's gonna 100% die here.
I will play Mana Tide here. I will not go with Doomhammer. I need more cards. I'm waiting for an answer.
The thing is, he wants to get rid of this 7-8 ASAP.
But he can't.
He can, if he runs a 6-1 into it and weapon up. At least, I mean, there will be one more iteration of it, but he can still get rid of it the next turn with, you know, his other minions on the board. But I guess it is kind of a risky play here.
Yeah, that's. I think he actually comes back as a 7-1, right? Or does he come back to full health?
No, it comes back as a 7-8.
Yeah, that's the bummer there.
Yeah.
Let's see how.
So he has to trade every minion on the board plus. Yeah, he has to trade every minion on the board to kill it off.
I thought that right now actually playing the Mana Tide is better than playing the Doomhammer there. Because yeah, you know, so what if you cannot kill it this turn? You cannot use the 7 to run into your Feral Spirits anyway, right?
See,
It's not gonna
yeah.
be possible. And
Yeah, see.
that's why you want extra card draw. But see, he's actually just gonna equip the Doomhammer and end turn. If you play the Mount Type, would have drawn him one card. Let's see what card he gets next turn.
This is kind of bad for Lemniscate. Because what's gonna happen is 7/8 is gonna hit face, 6/3 is gonna trade with 6. Oh wait, no, 6/1 can't die.
Well, they're all gonna knock
Yeah,
out
yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot about the wolves.
But they're gonna get healed up though.
Yeah. Oh, lightning storm.
Wow. Okay, that's
But
gonna
that's
kill
not gonna do anything also.
most of anything, but not everything.
He should run his
Monetize
ooze
first,
into the 7/7. I feel.
He can lightning stomp, pray for a 4 damage, so that the ooze is gonna be enough. Is it gonna be enough? That's the question. What's it gonna be? And Earth Elemental is gonna take a total of 4 damage. Wow.
Nice.
Alright, it's fantastic. It's gonna come back, yes, but now he can kill it, you know, very easily. What does it come back as? A 7/8? Yeah,
Yep,
wow,
it's a
what
7/8.
a bummer. There we go. 6 and the Doomhammer is gonna have to come to play here. The
He
good
has to
news
do
is
it.
it can deal 2 damage to Derikku. That would otherwise. Yeah, so he's still in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah.
It's not really
As
that
long
bad.
as long as he gets his top deck of the flame burst, then
Now he plays the Monotite. That's okay. So he was lucky. He was so lucky with the 4 damage there. Such a fantastic
Oh,
upgrade.
Shogun
Gets a
Yeti.
Chewy Yeti. That's not bad. There's a Monotite.
Ooh,
going here
Manatite.
for Derikku, so,
no, Ragnaros for sure. I think Ragnaros.
he needs a Snake Totem or he's dead. Okay, he's dead. Ragnaros, even if Ragnaros comes out, there's a Doomhammer with Wind Fury, he's dead. So Lemniscate is
Yeah.
through, I guess. Yeah, it's official. It's a well played. Doomhammer is gonna win this game. Derikku goes down. Lemniscate goes to the winners bracket final. What the hell? This series is really close, man. I mean, I thought Lemniscate was done so many times over, but yeah, he must be heaving a huge sigh of relief right now. He's through to the winners bracket final. Now, what this means, ladies and gentlemen, is that Lemniscate will have the opportunity to have a top 3 finish in the cycle.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
It's
The first
it's
Filipino
really good.
ever.
It is. It's the first and only Filipino. I have to stress this, and only Filipino
In cycle 1.
cycle 1. Yes, if he does make it to the if he makes it to the grand final by winning the winners bracket final on Thursday, he will be through to the season finale. And that's Lemniscate, man. I definitely want to see him because it's definitely is one of the more stronger players I feel in this entire cycle. He deserves this. I thought that when a warrior got addressed, I was so disheartened. I was like, come on, you lost to a hunter, a UTH hunter. You gotta be kidding me, man. But yes, the control warrior.
Yeah, it can happen. Yeah.
It's not the fact that it can happen. It's the fact that a control warrior, you know, don't really have all the answers against a UTH hunter, especially when you don't have Armor Smith and you don't have all the cards that you require in the early stage. You get really shitty hand. And I saw his frustration when he played in the Shaman versus Druid game, and he was like mouse over his hand, and he had like what 9 drops, 1 Elixir, that kind of stuff. And it's like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me, man! What kind of a draw is that for a starting hand? It's like he mulligan and that kind of hand came out. It's like normally you're just dead, but I guess the game kind of picked up for him after that, and ever since then, complete reversal. So yeah. That's it. So congratulations, Lemniscate. He's gonna be one half of the winners bracket final. And a little bit of a news. I think we're gonna be back again tomorrow for the second winners bracket final, because one of the players' career, he actually had to go off already. But we're gonna start the game about 6 PM, and then it's gonna be losers bracket all the way until the losers bracket. Before we reach the losers bracket final, it's gonna be the winners bracket final, and that's gonna be on Thursday, the last game of Thursday night. That's it. Well, anything else to add, Lark?